for this week's Q&A with S.Chablis, and this week we've got two questions, both of them sent by email on ask@schablis.com. First one from Gauthier in Lyon, France. In last week's videos you said your job can be hard. What do you hate the most about your job? Obviously not the tasting, obviously not the selection of the wines, obviously not being with customers who want to know more, who want to buy, hopefully. What I don't like, I really don't like, is the admin part. And by admin part, I don't mean when I have to pay my suppliers, because if I pay my suppliers, it's because I sold wine. So that's rather good news. But all the relations with the state and taxes and stuff, basically everything that's not productive in a way, because you spend a lot of time doing that. Obviously, you send quite a lot of money to them, and basically you don't really have anything going back. So paying a supplier, always a good thing, because you get something. I mean, you get the wine, or you get the food, or you get the service. Now, government stuff and accounts and stuff, not really my thing. I mean, I do it, obviously, because I have to. But that's taking a lot of time. I mean, in a small company like mine, a lot of time, and I don't see anything coming back. And you know what I mean. Second question from John in San Francisco, California. I stumbled upon your video. I'm sorry, I have a very basic question. What's the difference between Petit Chablis, Chablis, Chablis Premier Cru, and Chablis Grand Cru? Well, John, there's no such thing as a basic question. If you don't get what Petit Chablis, Chablis, Chablis Premier Cru, and Chablis Grand Cru are about, then you're missing quite a lot. How can I say that quickly? Well, in Chablis, in Burgundy as a whole, there's one thing that's very important, and that's called terroir. And terroir, to me, and that's my own definition, I've been using that for probably 15 years, is a blend of 5 different things. You're going to have grape variety, you're going to have geography, geology, climate, so the weather, and then women and men who are making the wine. And if you change one of them in one way or another, you're going to end up with a different wine, a different style, and maybe you'll end up in a different region. So, for Chablis, to answer your question, I'm going to base what I'm going to tell you on those 5 factors. Grape is always going to be Chardonnay. In Chablis, that's the easy part. Only one grape, always white wines. Then the rest is going to evolve. Let's say Petit Chablis are always going to be on plateaus. And that's a definition that's quick and easy. Obviously, there are many more things to take into consideration, but that's for you to get the first basic layer. If you want to know more, just come here and we'll do a full-out masterclass so you know everything. So Petit Chablis, hilltops, and that's on hilltops, that's where you've got a bit more, richness, nutrients in the soil. So the vines go not lazy, but have an easier life. And the result is a wine that's a bit more straightforward. I call them aperitif wines. So straightforward, not as complex as the rest, not as lengthy as the rest. Then for Chablis level, you're going to be on hillsides. So on those hillsides, you're going to be on what we call chiméridien, which is the bedrock for Chablis, the one we really like to talk about. And because you've got more rocks, and again, this layer is from the Upper Jurassic, and that's 150 million years old. So that's sedimentary, that's packed with oyster shells, and, well, do have a look at a couple of articles I wrote about mineralogy in Chablis. So hillside, you're going to be at Chablis level. Really, Chablis level will be hillsides facing north, northeast, northwest. If you move on to south, southeast, southwest, you're going to be at Chablis Premier Cru level. More sun, more heat. And then Grand Crus, and Grand Crus are this tiny, Grand Cru is this tiny plot at the end of the road, is going to be facing south, rather, and that's where chiméridien, again, this local bedrock, is going to be very close to the surface, i.e. probably the worst place to grow tomatoes or potatoes is going to be the best place to grow vines. So I'm not saying Grand Cru is better than a Petit Chablis, you know that if you've tasted with me or if you've heard about me. I will never guide you into saying this is good or this is bad. But in the hierarchy, Chablis Grand Cru is always ranked higher than a Petit Chablis, and then taste is for you to decide. Really hope it answered your question. If you have anything more to ask, email, YouTube, tweet, Facebook, anything you want. See you next time. Bye-bye.